No, no, don't play a video. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Hello and welcome back to my channel, All the Stories. Today I will be doing my Reading Rush TBR. So I decided to participate in the Reading Rush pretty last minute, so here we are. I do plan on hopefully reading 7 books for all 7 challenges. Hopefully I'll be able to finish all those. I am off Monday and Tuesday of the week of the Reading Rush, so it might be possible. But let's just hop into what books I'm going to be reading for the challenges. So the first challenge is to read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. And I am born in March, so my birthstone is aquamarine, which is a light blue color. So I will be planning to read A Song Below Water by Bethany Morrow. And this is doubly fitting. Okay, it does have a blue background, but also if you've ever seen the movie Aquamarine, it is about mermaids, and this book is about mermaids, so I thought it was kind of funny. So that should count for double. But this is an urban fantasy story about mermaids, and I don't really know much about what the plot is about. I just know that it's an urban fantasy featuring black mermaids. So that's what I'm reading for that. Challenge 2 is to read a book that starts with the word "the." So for this, I will be reading The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. The reason I chose this is also because this is the Busy Bee book club pick for the month of July, so I wanted to read this month anyway, and I decided to pick this up on audiobook. So I did get the audiobook through Audible, so I will be listening to this. But if you want to know more about the Busy Bee book club, I will leave Erin's announcement video down in the description. But it is a book club that is about reading adult fantasy novels, big adult fantasy books, and possibly some sci-fi later down the line. But this is the book club pick for the month, so I decided to read this one. This one follows a group of people who embody the spirit of New York, and something's going on in New York City, and they have to step up and help the city. And that's all I know about this, so I am excited for this. I've been meaning to read this since March when it came out, so now is the perfect opportunity to pick it up. Challenge number 3 is to read a book that inspired a movie, which you've already seen. And if you saw my TBR for the month of July that I made back before I decided to do the Reading Rush, I did try to pick some books off of there that I haven't read yet in hopes of finishing that TBR, and I did say I wanted to reread the Twilight Saga, so I already read Twilight, so the book I will be reading for this is New Moon. And of course, the Twilight Saga, all 4 books have been made into movies, and I have seen all the movies. If you don't know what Twilight is about, it is a paranormal, high school, vampire, werewolf, romance, love triangle. I think that's about everything. Challenge number 4 is to read the first book you touch. And again, I tried to pick as many books from my TBR that I possibly could. So after I read this, I immediately went up to my bookshelf and touched Slay by Brittany Morris. This was again one of the books that I had on my original July TBR that I haven't got around to yet. So this book follows our main character who has who has created a video game that is a safe space for black gamers. And something happens that causes a lot of controversy surrounding her game, and no one knows that she's the creator of it. And it's just about her dealing with this backlash from this controversy, and I am really excited. I've heard a ton of positive things about this book. It came out last year, I believe, and I've been meaning to pick it up for a while now, so hopefully I enjoy this one. But definitely plan to get to this one. Even if I don't get to all 7 books, I especially want to get to this one. Challenge 5 is to read a book completely outside your house, and there was a little discussion about this one since the pandemic is going on, and even if the pandemic were going on, reading outside just isn't a thing that I do a lot of. But I'm going to be cheating, but not cheating because I said that this was okay. I will be reading this book completely by my window over here, and I'll have the window open probably, and that's going to count for me reading this book outside. So that book is Riot Baby by Tochi Onyebuchi. I chose this mainly because it's short, and I like picking shorter reads when I do a week-long readathons where I'm trying to read 7 books. But also because I've been meaning to get to this for a while. I thought about picking this up back in June and just didn't get around to it, but I definitely have been wanting to pick it up, and like I said, it's a very short read. It's under 200 pages, and I definitely want to get to it follows our main character, who I think her brother has just been incarcerated for something he didn't do, and she has some kind of telepathic abilities, and she starts a riot to get him out. I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but I think that's what this is about. And I can't wait to get to this one as well, because with the way things have been going the past couple months, this is very relevant. So challenge 6 is to read a book in a genre that you always want to read more of. And challenge 7 is to read a book that takes place on a continent outside of the continent you live on. We're going to read 2 graphic novels within the same series, and that is Saga Volume 4 and Saga Volume 5 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I have been reading the Saga comics since last year, I believe, or maybe, I think I started the first one in 2018, actually. So I read volumes 1 through 3 and finally decided that I need to pick up volumes 4 and 5. I've had these for a while and just haven't got around to reading them yet. But these count for the challenges. I don't read a lot of comics, and I would love to read more. Besides the Saga comics, I've only read like 1 or 2 other comic series, or started 1 or 2 other comic series, and I would love to read more of them. And also, this is a sci-fi comic, so it takes place outside of our galaxy, let alone my continent, so I think that should count. And yeah, I just really want to get to more of these out of the comics that I have read. These are 100% my favorite. I love these. These are definitely adult comics. They have violence, they have nudity, they have sex in them. So, and of course it's graphic because they're pictures, it's a comic. So if that is something that you're uncomfortable with, or you're not of an age to read, I wouldn't recommend picking these up. But I love them, they are great. It's kind of like Romeo and Juliet in space. It takes place in these 2 warring planets, are kind of been going at it for years, and 2 people from these different planets end up meeting and falling in love and having a baby together. Which isn't spoilery because that happens literally on the first page. The first page is her giving birth. Like I said, it's graphic. She's literally giving birth on page 1 of volume 1. And so the story is told from the perspective of their child. Is their child recollecting these events to you, narrating the narration of the graphic novel is told from the child's point of view. So that's also really interesting, and this is a great graphic novel series. It's very hyped. It's probably one of the most recommended graphic novels or comics or whatever that I have seen on BookTube, and it definitely deserves it because the series is very well done, and I can't wait to see what more the story has to hold, because I haven't read any of the books in this series for a while now. I think I read volume 3 towards the beginning of last year and haven't gotten around to reading anymore, so I'm really excited to pick these back up. So that is it for my Reading Rush TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you are participating in the Reading Rush, or you you have any of these books on your TBR, or you have read any of these books. Yes, and if you would like to see my thoughts on any of these books, I am planning to do a vlog for the week of the Reading Rush. We will see how that goes, because I'm not big on vlogging. I've only ever made 1 vlog before, so we'll see if that happens. But I do plan to vlog at this moment, make a week-long vlog. Not every day, 1 vlog for the week. But yeah, so possibly you will be getting that vlog next week. I make no promises. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!